Damn, we live. What's happening, family? What's popping with the population on this Thursday? What's happening? That's the energy I'm trying to bring for y'all. What's happening, y'all? Quick 10 with a friend. It's the Do Better Network. I am Miles Low. The motto is, if you knew better, you do better. Who better to make you better, a better you? That's the answer. So, let's make you better, man. For all my people out there who were slow starters to top of the year, for all the homies out there, like I did a research project. I found out that like 75% of people are walking around here without internal conversation. So this is for the people who are late starters, who are procrastinators, who are not having the internal conversation with themselves. Just need to, hear somebody else say what they need to be said. You know what I'm saying? What they soul saying need to be said. So that's what this is for, man. I feel like 10 minutes is just quick enough to where, I'm not up here rambling with y'all. I'm not wasting y'all time. And, you know, it's also a good idea for me to, build up this muscle memory of going live and streaming and, getting my thoughts out and, just sharing more content. That's what I need to do this year. And that's, this is what I'm doing. This is my dedication to that. So, quick 10 with a friend with your player man himself, Miles Low. And, I had a convo today with one of my OGs, who was telling me, like, how pretty much he has poured life into me. You know what I'm saying? We're having a conversation about, this AI tools I'm using and this framework I'm trying to put together and, class structures. And, I'm thinking that, it's going to be a big, critique session on, how great of a, not how great, but like how much of how much work I need to have done on my, the assignments that the man gave me to get done so I can help him on, build his classwork and his framework. And because I know I was looking at it myself and I know I see the errors, I see the, what needs to be fixed. And, I'm so insecure on, on stuff that I present sometimes. Even though my confidence may be high and I may not sell you off of, insecurity and shit, still may be a little insecure when you know your mistakes. You know what I'm saying? You know your mistakes more than anybody else does. So, of course you may be a little insecure on that. But yeah, just after, talking to OG and he just poured so much life into me, like, bro, like, this is what the community needs, bro. They needed you. They've always needed you. They've always needed somebody like you who's dedicated to the community, who is, innovative, who always got ideas, who always positive. You know what I mean? All this of just increasing my value pretty much through a conversation. And, while I know these things about myself, I know my strengths, I'm also too much of a realist for myself to ignore my flaws and my shortcomings and what I need to work on. And it was just strange to to hear. It's always been strange to hear people say stuff like that to me, to my face. You know what I mean? I get it, I appreciate it, but to hear people say it to my face always been a little weird, strange to me, right? And once bro started, telling me all that, and I couldn't do nothing but sit up there and be like, man, I appreciate you, thank you. You know what I mean? And my voice changed and that energy kind of changed, and it went, kind of to like, sometimes I get like a light mumble sometimes if, when people start complimenting me. And he's like, bro, why'd your energy just die after I gave you all that light? He's like, what is it about your self-image, bro? What is it about you that you can't accept the praises and the love and the accolades and the accomplishments that, people, what's happening with y'all? You know what I mean? So it was just strange to me to have somebody notice that about me, right? Can you be a mod? No, you can't be a mod. You can be a subscriber. Appreciate it though. But yeah, the homie's like, bro, like you need to just, accept more. Accept the fact that you are who you are. You are who you say you are. You've done the things that we know and have seen you do throughout the years, bro. Like I've been outside in my city, in my community since I was, 15, 16 years old, for real, in a real way. So I got track records like that. And, sometimes he kind of made me realize that, You know, your self-image is what it is. You have to have not only just self-love, but have a very high self-image about yourself, because that's what, like, you'll never be able to outgrow your self-image and how you look at yourself. You'll never be able to outgrow that. You'll always refer back to that. You know what I mean? No matter what the clothes are, how you feel about yourself on the inside, that's going to be what's, projected to the world. Uh, and it gets real dangerous when we start, because he flips like the politics and everything and the identity politics going on. It's real tough when you start defending your flaws and your shortcomings, and you defend the person that you used to be instead of falling in love and defending the person who you see yourself trying to become. He was like, man, you need to put more people around you who see you for the person you're becoming and not the person that you were. And that's the trick, and that's the thing that happens when you sit around your hometown too much. Is people remember you for how you used to be, your old ways, your old habits, good old Miles, good old Josh, good old Tabitha, whatever, you know what I mean? They see the old you, and they don't see the steps you take. You feel me? Don't be uh don't be stuck in the past. Don't be stuck in the image of who you try to create yourself to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, be fluid, be present, be whatever your feelings, your emotions are. Use that. That's how you start adding character to your person. That's how you start adding layers and depth and having fun with your life. You know what I'm saying? And so many people are so buttoned up to where they defend themselves like that. And I feel like I've done that myself sometimes. And that's why stuff like this is gonna be beautiful for me, because I do media. I do radio. I've done radio since I was 19 years old, 20 years old. And that's, buttoned up formal media. And that doesn't make you bad at social media. That makes you you have a way of doing things. You get kind of rigid. You get kind of stuck in your ways. And it's got me thinking, like, bro, like, where are some places in your life where you defend that image and you try to put that image up? There's not many places, but one of them I found out was when I go live on this internet. I'm thinking about who's watching me, how they're gonna feel about what I'm saying, and how it's gonna be perceived and how it's gonna look in 10, 20 years from now. And it's like, bro, I need to get back to what I've been doing before. And it's like, bro, do it because you love it. Stop doing it for whatever reason that you're telling yourself is more important than why you're doing it right now, because you love it, because of what you need to do, because it's purposeful, because you wrote that shit down on your vision board, bro, because you need this. It's part of your soul. You feel me? You invigorated, you empowered, and you charged up when you're doing this type of stuff. Same way you're on that stage, or you're on that court, or you're a dancer and you're on that, on that ballet field, whatever it is that you do. Do it because you love it. Stop doing it for the results. Stop doing it for the clout. Stop doing it because it fits your image, bro. Like, no, do it how you love it, because you love it, and embrace that that's you that's doing it. It's not somebody else that's doing it. Stop trying to be somebody that you're not. Stop defending somebody that you were, and just live at the edge of your imagination and your vision for yourself. That's what I got from the OG talking to me, man. And I just pondered with me. I just sat with me for a little bit, and I know this is the year for, it's 2026. It's a 1 year, right? A lot of things are getting started. This is the time to start new ideas and new adventures. And this year is gonna reward the people who are in motion, who got things going. And OG just told me right then and there, like, bro, nigga, if you want to get something that you've never gotten, you're gonna have to get out that circle and that cycle of being who you actually are right now, bro, and flip your life and your point of view on your head. Flip your point of view about yourself on its head and realize you in control. You can be whoever you say you are at any given time, bro. So just level up and become the greatest version of yourself, and just live from there, flaws and all. Nobody's saying you have to diminish your flaws, but you need to stop defending, who you were, because then you're defending those flaws instead of the flaws of the person who you are now, and that's keeping you stuck. So sometimes you really do need to move out your own way. But then some other times you need to put people around you that got the same type of vision you got, that can see your highest version instead of seeing where you used to be. You know what I'm saying? That's different than haters. That's different than, people who don't appreciate you or want to use you. That's people who just can't see you for who you are now because they have their own storyline for you. You know what I'm saying? You're a part of their storyline. They have it already mapped out as who you know what I'm saying? Like when I see Miles, he's a radio guy, I'm gonna pitch my music to him. When I see Miles, I'm gonna dap him up. I gotta, get him on my podcast or my event. Not, you know what? That's a young man doing his thing. I need to see how he's doing. Let's check on his mindset. Let's check on his health. Let's tap in with his family. Let's support him, however he needs to support, instead of saying, you know what, I can get something out of him. This opportunity. I never know when I'm gonna see this guy again. And that's great and all, right? It's great to be revered, have reverence about you. People fuck with you. Like really fuck with you. And then it's another thing when you change from that. That's not the person you were. That's not what you're doing. I don't even have that service, that offer. No, my number changed, bro. Like I'm been a decade from then, bro. I'm not doing. You know what I mean? It's one thing to be loved and revered for what you were. It's another thing to be stuck in the past. You feel me? So I don't know. Maybe I'm rambling now, but that's cool because I just hit my 10-minute mark, and that's words from my OG, and that's a quick 10 with a friend for y'all. Hey, shout out to my brother, man. Black Candle, Hebioso himself. He's starting to go live too, man. So Do Better Network, Black Candle is gonna be a lot more, of us this year. So shout out to Black Candle. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to all the people who watch. If you watch when it's live, perfect. If you watch after the fact, perfect. If you get some jewels from it, perfect. If you skip through it, perfect. Because who's gonna get it is gonna be right there to receive it. It's not gonna miss them. It's gonna land right in their hands. So, appreciate whoever tapped in and still riding along. Quick 10 with a friend. Do Better Network. Go Eagles, by the way. Go Eagles, by the way. Also, oh snap. Also, while I'm on live. So look, another good thing about going live is that you get to document these types of things that happen in your life. And it's social proof that, you had this then. With AI coming and shit, you'll never be able to, you have to make sure you have the social proof that you had it. You had the metadata saying, this was out on this day, this when it happened, this was Miles' actual live video. So I just want to say, bro, in 2026, what the business model is for the music side of things, because a lot of people are still on that streaming shit. And you can get 200,000-300,000 streams, still don't get enough to cash out and really, change your life at all. So fuck all that. We're not finna fight the streaming game. They got AI music coming. They changed the algorithms. They're buying, ad space for the major labels and saving that for you. And everybody's getting a split of your money, right? Fuck all that, bro. Fuck all that. Here's the business plan in 2026, y'all. We going back direct to consumer, man. Back selling CDs, back selling merchandise. This is just a little tap CD. It acts also as I think I got one. It's a keychain. So you hang it onto your keychain and you can take it with you. And I'll show you this. When you open it, the actual, I'm in the car right now, y'all. Really outside for y'all. Really outside for y'all and with y'all right now. But you feel me? It's got the little mini CD inside. And it's actually NFC chip. So when you tap it on the phone, it takes you to a private website where you can, stream the music, download the music. So, that's the whole game plan, man. I'm thinking about dropping my next album and not putting it on streaming sites. It's going straight D2C just to see what the reach is. But also, this is the way you start revolutionizing and, making your own profits off your own music. You feel me? So if I have 1 million streams and gets me $1,500 total, right, off of Spotify, I can sell 100 of these at $15 a pop. 100 of these at $15 a pop. You listening? Sell 100 of these at $15 a pop. You making your money right there. That's a million streams plus, bro. Plus you get to track and keep your analytics. Plus you just actually hand to hand made 100 fans. Plus you get to document that. So that's my game plan. What's your game plan, artist? I got a whole do better framework coming for artists. And that's gonna be dropping next week. It's gonna be a Substack, and it's also gonna be a like a course framework for y'all to download. And make sure you get your dream board right for this year. For all my late starters, for all my people who needed a little time, who are still in the cocoon working on themselves. We got you. Here's the Do Better Network. But this is the game plan going forward. We being innovative, and we fighting back against the people that, take your money, take advantage of the art. So here's the Do Better Network. We defend art, we defend culture, we defend God. So yeah. So stay locked in, stay tapped in. It's your boy Miles Low. Quick 10 with a friend. The Do Better Network. Go Eagles. And I'll tap in with y'all tomorrow. Stay blessed. Stay high level. And, don't let them knock you, man. Don't let them knock.